All right, guys, it looks like we are live. I'm going to move over this thing here. We're good to go. And let's see here. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Joe's Grows. We are live right now, and I'm really excited that you guys are able to make it. And congratulations to everybody that has registered for the 2026 Salado Cup. There's going to be a lot going on. Just as always, there's always something going on. But yeah, man, I'm really excited about it. I'm going to try to move this camera over. Right now, we're in the process of setting up the studio, so don't mind the mess and all of that. But yeah, man, it's been a lot going on. I'm really excited about it because the 2026 Salado Cup is officially launching tomorrow, and there's going to be growers from all over the world in this event. So shout out to all my growers out there that are registered. Everybody in the States, huge shout out to those guys. Huge shout out to everybody that's growing out in or up in Canada. Huge shout out to everybody in Russia, to Germany, Australia, and Thailand. That's absolutely insane, guys. So I'm really excited about it. What's up, Linda? How are you doing? For anybody watching right now, Linda is actually one of our Goblins of the Grow Growers. I can't remember if Linda signed up for the Salado Cup or not, but hopefully you did, and Happy New Year to you. This is really nice, by the way, so I can actually read comments and actually be able to talk to you guys as it's all rolling. So that's going to be really nice. I did have a little comment bar here. Let's see if I can grab one while we're talking. It shouldn't mess us up at all, but yeah, we're rolling with it, baby. We are rolling. So really excited about it, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're just going to kind of keep it clean, do our thing, and yeah, we're going to grow together. So the comment area is up top. We'll put that over to our calendars right there. Yeah. So this live right here was meant to be talked about the mistletoe grow off. So as you guys know, the mistletoe grow off, it was one of the smaller grow offs, right? I want to give a huge shout out to Sean. He came up with the name, the mistletoe grow off. And I'm going to be honest with you guys from the beginning. I know it's going to sound bad. I did not want to even do this grow off. And here's why. Let's see. We got an echo going here. Okay, there's our volume. My bad. So I really didn't even want to do this grow off, and here's why. Because I had so much going on as always, and trying to take weekly check-in videos and to be able to do everything that's going on right now is a lot of work. Like, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. If any of you guys have been watching on YouTube and following along, there's a lot to it, and I do appreciate you guys supporting and just checking out this content that we've been creating. And you got to give these guys a round of applause, because these guys have actually gone above and beyond, and there's been some really cool grows. So huge shout out to Cole Colvin, Stephen Smith. I want to give a shout out to Sylvia Wiss, Wicked Weed Queen, and Thomas Latka. Every single one of those growers went above and beyond. There was Danny Crocker was in it, but he was having issues with his plants. And it's always something, you know. As we grow, we're always going to face different elements and challenges. So you want to make sure that your grow spaces and all that stuff dialed in. But you're not going to be perfect every time. I don't care who you are. You might be a phenomenal grower, and you're going to always run into issues. So with that being said, there were more growers at the beginning. Growers ran into issues, and they kind of dropped out like flies. And next thing you know, we were down to 5 growers, and those 5 growers were able to stick around. And Sylvia Wiss, he was one of the growers that actually harvested his plant like 2 weeks early. Did a phenomenal job with that plant. That plant looked really good, and it was almost like a solo cup trial run. He was able to grow a cannabis plant out of a solo cup and be able to show you guys that this is, first of all, this is possible. So yeah, there's a lot going on with it, and we're going to keep continuing to push our limits. Like I said, the Salado Cup's getting ready to kick off. I don't even think everybody understands how many growers are actually participating in the event. We have 85 registered growers that are going to be growing out of solo cups and trying to take it to the next level. So if you grow cannabis or anything like that, If you've never tried to grow out of a solo cup, then you don't know. That's like a whole nother level of skill. Like it's patience. It's about being consistent and just making sure that you have all the factors taken care of, because there's so many different things that can slow down that plant inside a little 16-ounce cup. So these guys got a challenge ahead of them. We have returning champions going back into that one. We got Danny Crocker. He won best looking plant. We have Daniel Ironblood. He took home best underdog. And then, of course, Elevated Greens did best technique last year. So it's going to be really exciting to see. The next grow, what's up with you, brother? What's up? So, like I said, we're here to talk about the mistletoe grow off, but at the same time, I do want to touch on the Salato Cup just for the simple fact that these growers are doing their germinations tomorrow. It's seed drop day. These guys are getting ready to take it to the next level, and like I said, I hope you guys are ready for it, because there's a lot of amazing growers, and they're going to be bringing some heat. So, with that being said, 85 growers. Everybody is dropping. Everybody is allowed to drop 3 beans per cup. So that means you do 85 times 3. I mean, we are growing. This is a big one. This is huge. I want to give the sponsors a shout out, because without the sponsors, none of these amazing prizes would even be possible. We're also doing weekly giveaways for everybody that has registered for the Salato Cup. They'll have a chance of winning prizes and all that good stuff. So there's going to be a lot to it. There's going to be a lot growing on, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So the mistletoe grow off, it really wasn't a big sponsored event. It was myself sponsoring it, and let's see here. I'm gonna try to get some viewer thing on so I can see how many viewers we got going on. But like I said, it wasn't a big sponsored event. I do want to give a huge shout out to the Wicked Wheat Queen. She was able to step in and show some love throughout, and to be able to sponsor for us. And she actually went above and beyond. She sent over 3 different prize packs, and I'm like, whoa, there was only going to be one winner of the mistletoe grow off. And it was just going to be like the best looking plant, like what plant I thought stuck out to me the most. And with that being said, once we got going, I said, I can't, it's so hard to judge, you know what I mean? And it's very hard to judge plants when you're looking at your phone, you know what I mean? You guys know, if you take pictures of something, photos never do justice. They never give your plant justice. Like, you might take a picture of a hot rod or something, you know, like you go to a car show, take a picture. That picture just doesn't do that object justice. And so when it comes down to it, man, it really is hard judging these plants, because you're not physically there. You can't physically touch them. You can't physically, you can't smell them. So it's very hard to be able to judge. But I do judge looking at some different things. So when I go about judging, it's not all about having the biggest plant in the West. You could have a big, amazing plant, but your node spacing might be 1.5 foot, apart from each other. And I know that's not a lot to default on the grower. That's just the genetics and the traits, and like it's showing off, like what side of genetics it is. But I do look at node spacing. I make sure, like, the fades of the plants. I want to see some colors pop. I just don't want to see a bright green plant. You know what I mean? And most importantly, before we get too far on like some of the judging, there is a timeline with these grow offs. So if we tell you it's seed drop day, and then we tell you March 30th, like for the Salato Cup, that is the final day. That's the final check-in. If your plant is not finished by then, what am I really judging? I am judging an unfinished plant. For the Salato Cup, we have multiple judges. We just picked up my boy Mike, so I'm really excited about that one. We got AFA. We have the Chronic Worm Farmer. We do have a bunch of judges for the Salato Cup. But doing the mistletoe grow off, I knew it was going to be a smaller grow off, and that I would just use my best judgment and to be able to pick a plant that I thought was going to take home that prize. Like, what plant during these videos really stuck out to me? And not only did it have like that Christmas theme going, the Christmas theme, the Christmas spirit of the mistletoe grow. And so all these guys did. They ended up Stephen Smith, Cole Colvin. Cole Colvin had a really good one, I noticed, and I don't think anybody else noticed. But Cole Colvin and Stephen Smith both wrapped their pots with like wrapping paper so that they look like presents right underneath the trees. And it was very cool that they did that. I actually caught it the one day I was editing the video, and Cole Colvin, you know, like they have the little tags that says from and then it says to, and I caught it. It said from seed to smoke, and I was like, dude, like that was really sick how he was able to even hide that on there. It was just really cool that he did it, and so like just right there, like that little detail. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's gonna win because of the detail, but at the same time, just that little detail he put in was really cool that he even thought of that. He must have seen the from and then the to, and he was like, "Oh, dude, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna mess with Joe." And I called him out on it. I'm like, "Dude, that was really cool that you did it." Sylvia West, like I said, he did his in the solo cup. It was really fun to watch. He had like a lollipop look going on. I think he only defoliated like 10 leaves off of that plant the entire time. And it's like, speaking of that, I had these growers talk about their genetics and what they were doing to feed them, and like how they were growing them, how often they were watering them. So we really got into detail. I really did like Sylvia's plant, and I thought with him just pulling off the Goblins of the Grow and winning that competition, he had a monster autoflower in that competition. If you guys followed along with that one, but I thought, man, here comes Sylvia again. Can he go back to back? And I think he had an amazing looking plant. He had some beautiful colors on it, but I don't know if that plant was the one. Now I am very excited to see what he's going to do during the Salado. So the Salado is going to be a different story, but I think we all know there's two growers that really stood out in the mistletoe grow off, and I want to talk about the Wicked Weed Queen. I know she was a sponsor, and normally, honestly, with our sponsors, I don't have them win competitions, right? Just for the simple fact that they're sponsoring. But she like donated these gifts, so I thought we'll keep her in it. We'll let her do her thing, and she did. She took it to the next level. I actually thought that the Wicked Weed Queen was gonna win the Hillbilly Grow Off. She had a phenomenal looking plant in that competition. She got hit by storms. A whole bunch of stuff went on with that one, and unfortunately, she did not take home a victory with the Hillbilly Grow Off. But for the Mistletoe Grow Off, I think her and Thomas Latka would be runner-ups for the main prize, right? I think that the Wicked Weed Queen had an amazing looking plant. Her setup was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the Christmas decor, I almost said Halloween. The Christmas decorations literally had the Christmas spirit. She actually had a train that ran circles around her plant. She had the Elf on the Shelf characters. She just had that Christmas vibe. Everything was dialed in. She really thought about the process and how she would go about doing it. And she made her check-in videos fun, and she had an absolute monster. An absolute monster. That was definitely the biggest plant of the grow-off. Just a huge bush. Yeah, I said it. Wicked Weed Queen had a huge bush, but yeah, it just an absolute monster of a plant. Really gorgeous, and I thought she did a fantastic job with what she did, and I think overall that she would take home the first place prize. Now, runner up, or I should say Thomas Latka, as you know, could he take it home? I would say he would be a solid runner up for the prize. If Wicked Weed Queen wasn't participating in the Mistletoe Grow Off, I would go ahead and say that Thomas Latka pulled it off. Now, Stephen Smith had a really nice plant. Same thing with Cole Colvin. Thomas really shined during this competition. It was a real fun thing to watch him grow out of his Santa Claus. Now, if you're familiar and you've watched any of these Mistletoe Grow Off check-in videos, you will see that he grew out of a Santa Claus. I want to say it was like 3 foot tall, 3.5 foot tall, but he carved a hole in the head, and he had this autoflower growing out of the top of it. He went above and beyond. He dressed up like the Grinch for a check-in video. You guys can see that. Actually, I got a picture of that here. Yeah, he did the Grinch setup. Here is his Santa Claus behind there. Look at this. This is the December part for our 2026 Harvest Heroes calendar. But yeah, there he is, Thomas Lacka. And absolutely amazing. I wish we would have actually got this plant right here when it was flowered out, but it was an absolute monster. He did really good. And if I'm correct, I think that might have been one of Thomas's best plants that he has had throughout any of our competitions that we've done. Now, don't get me wrong, he did really good during the Hillbilly Hula Baloo out of the blue jeans. That was phenomenal, dude. That was really phenomenal. But um, it was really dope. It was really dope the way he did it. He had ornaments on his plant. He had Christmas lights on it. He really did embrace the challenge of the mistletoe, making a Christmas grow off, and really almost had that magic of Christmas during his grow. It made his check-in videos a lot of fun. So when it comes down to those two growers, I think those would be our winners for that competition. Like I said, it is hard. It is hard, and those plants were the biggest ones, right? And like I said, I'm not trying to say it was the biggest, but the way and like the creativity that those guys did, it went above and beyond, and that right there was like really a big part of it for me. That they took Christmas to the next level. Like it felt like a Christmas video check-in. And that's not hating on Cole or Steven, because I think they did amazing things with it too. I mean, if they would have had more decorations and going, and that's the thing, I'm not judging this as like a Christmas, decorated thing, but it was a Christmas grow off. You know what I mean? So like that did play into it. But when it came down to it, Thomas Lacka had some beautiful purples inside his plant. The hues were going. He had some nice swollen buds on there and some nice branching that he had on that plant. So that's why I went ahead and went with him, and he really had that Christmas spirit. I thought he nailed it. The Wicked Weed Queen, I think hands down, she just took it and she ran it. I don't know if she's ever done any other grow off competitions before, but I do think that she has a green thumb, and that if any grower is participating in future grow offs and she's participating in it, I would definitely watch it. I mean, I think she has her autoflowers down. Um, Same thing, like we look at other grow offs like Sylvia Wisp, he's an autoflower guy. Kyle Potrats, he's an autoflower guy. Autoflowers can really do magic if you really care for them and you know what that plant needs. So I think for the mistletoe grow off, I wanted to award the Wicked Weed Queen for her plant. It was just the branching on that plant. It was so thick. It was a complete bush. The node spacing was really tight on it. It was just really thick. And like I said, it had that Christmas spirit too. Now I can't do I'll use this as an example. We'll do a rodeo grow off, and one guy didn't do a rodeo. He didn't decorate rodeo, and then the next guy went full blown, fucking brought in dirt from outside. It looked like a rodeo rink, had cowboy hats and barrels. You know what I mean? I can't really judge on that, but I can say that that this grow off, these two growers really did have the Christmas spirit, and I thought out of the 5 remaining plants that those plants stuck out to me. So I think they did an amazing job. Like I said, I think Wicked Weed Queen absolutely took it, and we had a runner-up, and that was Thomas Lacka. These guys, they really did good. All of our growers did really good. The best part for me too was with the Salado Cup getting ready to roll and the seed drop kicking off tomorrow. Like I knew it was coming and it was going to come quick. That it was really cool to watch Sylvia Wisp be able to do that solo cup, because I wanted to see, like, knowing he's an autoflower grower, what he was going to bring to the table with his grow during this grow, right? So it was really cool to be able to watch that. But yeah, congratulations to those winners. Thank you so much to the Wicked Weed Queen for donating. She did have a nice care package, and she accidentally sent a little too much. So we're going to be able to use those for future grows. Now, the 2026 Salado Cup germination kicks off tomorrow. These growers are going to get 30-second to minute-long video clips of their check-in each and every single week. If they fail to check in, there is a 24-hour grace period. But if they fail to check in before the end of that 24-hour grace period, they will be eliminated. All these growers know the rules, they all know what's up. There was a lot of controversy going back and forth with the growers talking about, it was really hard to find a 16-ounce solo cup. Where I live, I can go down the street right now, grab me a 16-ounce solo cup, and that's it. Like, I thought that was just like the common thing. And then growers are like, I could only find an 18-ounce solo cup. And I'm like, well, I didn't even know an 18-ounce solo cup was a thing. So they are a thing, in case you didn't know. 18-ounce solo cups are a thing. And so there was a lot of controversy going back and forth. And so I did a lot of investigating. I was doing Google pictures because I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if I have a solo cup around because I just cleaned. I have no clue where anything is. But, I do have the little mini solo cup. Here's a little mini solo cup. But the solo cup has all these lines. Those lines are all measurement lines. They all mean something. So if you have a solo cup, that bottom line is basically like a shot. Like, if you ever been to a bar or something, like a biker bar, I don't know why biker bars got to do anything with it, but yeah. Some bars or some clubs will actually put shots in a whole freaking size 16-ounce, 18-ounce solo cup, which I think is weird. It's like a waste of plastic. I'm literally like, and then you just throw it away. Like, that's dumb to me. Just use freaking shot glasses. Come on here, let's save the earth. Just wasting plastic. But every single one of those lines do mean something. And so I was doing investigating on it, and I even had to jump in too with AI. I had to ask AI. I'm like, man, what is the difference? And it's like, it's the measurement lines. And so if you actually look into it, the 18-ounce cups are obviously just a hair bigger. They're a little more bigger in diameter, and they're a little taller. So what it was suggested to me is that the 18-ounce solo cups cut off a half inch cut the lid, cut it down a half inch, and do that. Otherwise, what I thought too was, if you have a solo cup, right, you could take 16 ounces of water, pour it in your 18-ounce solo cup, and you're going to see that line through the plastic, right? You could mark that line. Now you can cut it. You know exactly where 16 ounces sit. It's a measurement, right? So would people cheat that system? More than likely not. I don't know what a freaking centimeter extra of dirt is going to do for you. But I'm hoping that everybody understands that we are growing out of solo cups. This is a skilled competition. Some people are taking it serious, and some people are just having fun. We'll be doing the giveaways each week where we have amazing sponsors that have hooked me up to be able to hook everybody else up through the competition. So it's a lot going on. Much love and respect, Red Hawk and QG Daba 504. Much love. You're number one as well, brother. So we're continuing to grow. We're having a lot of fun. We're building the community. And I was just thinking today, I want to do a really, really fun grow off. And, once the Salado Cup's done, we're going to be just chilling. I got a 3-gallon solo cup. That's really cool. That's really cool. Definitely have to send me a picture of that. I'd like to see that. But that's really cool. So I was doing some thinking today. After the Salado Cup, it's going to be boring for a while. There's not going to be a lot. It's going to be my content. I have a big series going on right now on pheno hunting. With the beaver cookies, the mango mayhem. I took the beaver cookies pollen, and I pollinated the mango macaw from Mephisto, and now we have a fast flowering reg. So there's going to be a crazy video dropping on that. I've been working on that literally every day. Like, it's going to be a big video, and it's just going to be a one big video. Like, it could be 2-3 hours long by the time that video's done, but it's going to be a thing, and you guys can actually get a behind the scenes look at how breeders go about selecting and breeding and just creating their own strains. How they make it possible for people like me and you to be able to get these strains and to be able to grow them out. So I'm pheno hunting. I'm going to be doing a reversal. We're going to have feminized plants, and there might be a little surprise in there too. We might have a lineup coming. So yeah, breeding is a thing, and that's what we're getting into. But today I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, after the Salado Cup, it's going to be really chill. And I think we need to do another style grow off. And so I thought of something, and I want to run it by you guys to let me, so you guys can let me know what you guys think. But this grow off here, let's see if we can do it. This is the bong grow off. I said it. That's right. The bong grow off. Any size bong, however you want to grow it. $5 registration fee, 4 spots max. The bong grow off, dude, that's crazy. And so this was actually gifted to me. I was gonna do it as one of the prizes for a grow off, and I thought, you know what? No better way to do it than a bong grow off. So I'm gonna grab this behind me. This is a beautiful piece right here. Huge shout out to the person that donated it to me. He asked to remain anonymous, but this is a very beautiful piece. You can see there's a beehive inside of it. Let's see if I can focus this. You see these bees? Look at that beehive in there. Oh God, that's nice. Look over here. We got a bee around the corner. I can't even do that right. Yeah, look at that. There's that bee chilling on it. That's sweet or what? And yeah, dude, this is a really nice piece. Freaking to the moon with this. I'm not familiar with this brand. It did come with a really, really nice case, and I thought that this would make a really, really nice prize for somebody. So, I got you. Yeah. Oh, I did it again. No. This is a really cool piece. This is by, I think it's EG Glass. I'm going to have to look into it. I'm not sure what the value is on this. It doesn't even matter. It was gifted. It's an amazing thing. They did not have to do that. So huge shout out to my buddy that donated this to us. It was for a good cause, and that's why I want to do a bong grow off. So I think it'd be a lot of fun to be able to do that and have this as a prize. Obviously we can get more prizes. We can try to get some sponsors too, but who's down to grow some bud out of a freaking bong? Wouldn't that be dope? I mean, come on, seriously. Who does that? We do that. The Harvest Heroes, baby. But yeah, man, that's basically what's going on right now in Joe's Grows World. We're having a lot of fun. Um, Huge shout out to Wicked Weed Queen. Huge shout out to Thomas Latka. Um, I've known now for a good week, a little over a week now, I've known who the winners were of that. I just knew with all the holidays and everything going on, I needed a chance where I could just chill out, be able to jump on a live, be able to announce these winners. And so your prizes are actually on the way already. Those were shipped off the other day, so those will be on the way. And Stephen Smith, Cole Colvin, Sylvia Wist, man, thank you guys so much, man. I don't think you guys understand what you guys mean to me. The support and love that I get back from you guys is absolutely above and beyond. You guys are all amazing. I try to stay positive, man. Like, the holiday season is a rough time for me. I don't know why I get all depressed. They say a lot of people get depressed during the holiday seasons. I get it, I mean, there's family, there's loved ones that aren't at that dinner table anymore with us. It's just, it's tough. But we try to stay positive. I will try to use the words for that. The next time you guys get on, I'll try to have a nice background going on for you guys. I'll try to have it lit up more. I do have the ring light, that way I can put it on my face. But this is actually nice to be able to do a live and look at the camera. That's it. I'm looking at you. Yeah. How about that? But yeah, so we're having a lot of fun. Represent Harvest Heroes. If anybody's looking for some legit swag or anything for the Salado Cup, you are registered, reach out to me. The only way you can get any of this Salado Cup swag is if you are in the Salado Cup. Yeah, we got banners and stuff. This is a complete mess. Check this banner out. Oh, we got new stickers in too. We got a lot going on. These banners I got to get hung up though. Check this one out. This is one of a kind. The ADHD Grower. Huge shout out to ADHD Grower. Yes, this is the Zombie ADHD Grower. This was created by Garden of the North. Always doing amazing things. This is one of a kind. Look at that top piece right there. Harvest Heroes, Goblins of the Grow, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's one of a kind. They're gone. That was limited edition. I actually need to send this over to ADHD Grower and literally have him sign this. That's something that I need to do. I'm going to slide that down here. He had an amazing looking plant. We still got to do that giveaway thing too. But huge shout out to Deca Ale, man. Yeah, that banner's fire, ain't it? Huge shout out to Deca Ale. Check out our new banner that we got in, baby. Look at that. Is that not sick or what? We got Garden of the North. We got Deca Ale and Joe's Grows. All these QR codes are scannable. These are freaking amazing, man. Very cool, very cool. And yeah, so that middle logo of us right there, that is a new sticker that we got out. But yeah, us three have teamed up right there. Huge shout out to Deca Ale for making it possible. It was a great idea. I cannot wait to get this one up. I think this one's going to go up back here behind me, back behind that lava lamp. That's going to be freaking killer. I love this banner, man. It's crazy, like, you know, when I first started Joe's Grows, I never would have thought we'd be doing banners and having all that. And I got Elevate up here now. I got a bunch of banners. RDJ Bounds, ADHD Grower, Deca Ale, you know, Harvest Heroes. Like, yeah, we're having fun. Here's these stickers right here. I'm not sick or what? Look at that autofocus. Yes, sir. Those are some dope stickers right there, ladies and gentlemen. Freaking A. I love it. I love it. These are very, very cool. So, huge shout out to the winners, man. Everybody did a phenomenal job during the mistletoe grow off. I'm sorry that I still don't have that last video check-in created. That's something I got to work on because the mistletoe grow off is going to be absolutely a legendary thing. We're going to remember it for a long time. It was fun. A lot of fun with the Goblins of the Grow off, the Hillbilly Hula Baloo, the first Salado Cup. Now we're back to the second annual Salado Cup, and this one's going to be legendary, guys. I'm telling you, people are going to remember this, and they're going to want to be a part of it next year. We have 85 growers. 85, like, that is stupid. 85 growers, like 85 people in the world want to grow out of a solo cup and try to take home a prize. Like, that right there is killer. And it's going to be right here on this channel. So thank you guys so much for your support. We're going to keep growing, man. Let me know what you guys think of that bong grow off idea too. And man, feel free to share this out to all your friends. Like I said, this episode here wasn't nothing special. I mean, it was special in a way because we're talking about the winners and the mistletoe grow off, and we're talking about some friends of mine. You know what I mean? These are our brothers and sisters from the cannabis community, and I've said it over and over and over. We are the Harvest Heroes. I don't care if you don't think you're a hero. You are a hero to somebody, and we are all heroes in some way or some form. You know, the reason why I created Harvest Heroes was I wanted to make sure we had a community where we could have everybody get together, grow cannabis, talk the talk, walk the walk, and do our thing, and meet new growers, brothers and sisters, and have a lot of fun. And I feel like that's something we have done. So if you are watching on YouTube right now and you're not familiar with our Facebook, check us out on Facebook, The Harvest Heroes. You'll see us, you'll find us. It's not hard to do. So show us some love. Come join our group, man. Have some fun with us. I think we are just under 400 members in our group, and that's cool too, because we don't need to have a group where we got 10,000 members in it, you know, and like these people don't know each other. I'm like pretty sure like most of these people in this group, they all talk on a daily now, and they all know each other. So it's a lot of fun, man. It's what it's about. It's about building a community, and we'll keep growing, man. We're gonna not stop growing. We're rooted deep, and we're rolling with it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I apologize for the mess behind me. We'll get some banners hung up for next time. Happy New Year to everybody. 2025 is done. Wrap. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. Very exciting stuff, man. Happy New Year's. You guys be safe out there tonight. Yeah. That's all I got for you, man. Nugs, not drugs. Stay groovy, friends. God bless.